Are you ready for some cute baby goats? I sure am. First up is a total power couple. The buck is W4's O Year 1 out of the amazing Cedar Creek's Tuscas Timmy. The doe is the lovely House on the Hill Stars Go Blue, also fondly known as Celeste. Celeste wasted no time getting this party started, hence the odd video angle. I came in to check on her to see how she was doing, and she was already pushing. So I set the video camera up and I didn't pay really good attention to what it was actually pointing at. And so a lot of the birth is actually the very bottom of the screen. I apologize for that. It was what it was. Couldn't really stop. These kids came fast and furious. So here she is, pushing and pushing and pushing. And I'm getting everything ready. I raised the light so that it didn't burn me. I don't know if any of you have ever been in that situation, but I have accidentally left the light down too low and then lifted my head up and then thought, what's that smell? As my hair is burning. So I've learned my lesson after a few years. Always raise the light up. And I was sitting there waiting for this kid to come out. And it's not coming, and it's not coming. I thought, I better get in there and take a look. And sure enough, it was there. There were feet, there was a nose, but it was pretty well wedged. In this situation, the best thing that you can do is get in there, get hold of the feet, and help pull this kid out and down. So I get hold of him. I'm giving some gentle traction. At this point, Celeste is definitely feeling it. It was a big kid. I could tell it was a really big kid. There we go. Gentle traction, gentle traction. Those feet are slippery. And there it comes. Big kid. Just like I thought. Really big kid. Celeste is a good mama. She got right in there, started licking him. I didn't even have time to get all of my supplies in the kidding stall with me, so I had to run and get more pads. I had to run and get my suction. She had quite a bit of fluid, so the baby had quite a bit of fluid. There was lots to suction out. We're getting him all good to go. And then, all of a sudden, here's more pushing. Oh no, the second one is coming right now. Right now, no waiting. Let's get this first kid out of the way. Get another pad ready, because the second one is not waiting for anybody. Also, it was really cold that evening. Really cold. So I was definitely worried about these kids staying warm. Oh my goodness. She had this kid without me. Here we go. Here comes the second one. Goats don't count very well. So a lot of the times, they don't realize they have a second one. All they know is they have a kid. They have one they're licking. They must be taking care of the problem. This is why I like to be present for every single birth. Some goats do appear to be able to count at least to 2, and will notice the second baby and take care of the second baby. In this situation, I don't know what Celeste would have done if I hadn't been there. She obviously was able to birth the baby, but I don't know if she would have realized that she had another one she needed to deal with. Okay, time for the big reveal. It's a girl. And the first giant one was definitely a boy. I like to let the mamas do all the licking. I went and got some more towels to get those babies good and dry. I usually clean all the goop off with the blue puppy pads. I buy those in bulk at Costco. And then I use towels to do the rest of the drying. I hate to throw the towels away. They get so gross and almost unsalvageable if you use them from the beginning. So if I use puppy pads to get the worst of the goo off, then I can use the towels and they're totally washable. So next up is milking out some colostrum. I do pull babies and bottle feed them, so I like them to have bottles immediately. The little boy did a good job taking his bottle. I had some trouble with the little girl. Moved up a ways. I initially used the dollar store bottle, which often works really, really good for newborns. I tried covering her eyes. I did eventually move on to the best bottle, and she just didn't have any suction. I ultimately did end up having to tube feed her a couple of times to trigger her swallow reflex, and once she did that, and that was a few hours later, she was taking a bottle. Okay, well, that's a wrap. Babies are born. Looks like just 2. I don't think there's anything more in there. And we're going to get these babies some bottles and some selenium, and they look big and healthy. Let me see if I can move the red light. You can see them a little bit better. They're super cute. That's a little girl, and that one's a little boy. Thank you, Celeste, for kicking off my kidding season with the perfect combination. Buckdoe twins with amazing conformation, moon spots, and blue eyes. I couldn't ask for anything more.